One nuclear plant can light up entire nations, millions of homes glowing in the dark. Yet, a single mistake can scar the Earth for centuries. Hiroshima showed us the atom's destruction. Chernobyl and Fukushima prove the cost of failure. And still, humanity dares to build them.
Clean power for the future.
Because the hunger for energy never ends. Imagine trying to trap the sun itself and bend its fire to our will. That is nuclear power. In the next minutes, we will step through foundations, steel hearts, uranium fire, and cooling towers. Stay until the end, because the secret of whether these plants are humanity's miracle or its monster is waiting there. The atomic age began not with light, but with a blinding flash. From weapons of war came the promise of endless energy. Nations dreamed of clean power, yet carried scars of fear. Chernobyl's silence, Fukushima's waves. Nuclear energy is both savior and shadow, hope and warning. And so, every plant we build must answer the same question. Can we hold the atom's fire without letting it consume us? To find the answer, we must watch every step, because what comes next is where the true process begins, building the walls that can contain a star. Engineers dig deeper than skyscrapers rise, carving a pit for the foundation. Millions of tons of reinforced concrete are poured, designed to withstand earthquakes, floods, even meltdown. Rising above is the containment dome, a fortress of concrete thicker than castle walls, the last shield if all else fails. Standing here, humans look like ants before a colossus, but concrete alone is not enough. These walls cannot make energy. They are only a prison waiting for a heart. And that heart, steel, precise, unyielding, is what comes next. If you leave now, you'll never see how this hollow tomb becomes the cathedral of atoms. Now, the vessel arrives, a steel cylinder forged to endure fire, hotter than lava, and radiation, fierce enough to split atoms. Lowered into the dome, it becomes the chamber where fission will ignite. Around it, pipes coil like veins, ready to carry heat. Above, layers of shielding form a barrier against invisible death. To walk here feels like standing inside a temple, walls echoing with silence, built not for gods but for atoms. Yet even this sacred core is lifeless. Steel alone cannot beat. The vessel waits, empty, until uranium arrives, the blood that will make it pulse. Without seeing what comes next, You will not
Neutron levels are
understand
rising fast.
why this silent steel can both power nations
Almost at critical.
and haunt
I'm
them
trying to stabilize it.
forever. This is the moment the heart begins to beat. Fuel rods of uranium are lowered into the core. Each pellet, smaller than a fingertip, holds the energy of tons of coal. Submerged, they glow with a faint, ghostly blue. Cherenkov light, proof that atoms are splitting. But raw power is dangerous. Control rods, made of boron and cadmium, act as brakes, absorbing neutrons to tame the reaction. Slide them in, the chain slows. Pull them out, it races. And always. The emergency SCAS-SRAM system hovers over the operators. A single button that can slam the rods into place in an instant, shutting the reaction down before it runs away. This delicate balance is the razor's edge of nuclear power. Too little, the plant dies. Too much, catastrophe. The fire is ready. The heart is alive. But to see how invisible fire becomes light, you must follow. It is in the turbines that the atom finally becomes electricity. Superheated steam, born from the reactor's fury, surges into turbines the size of locomotives. Blades spin, generators rumble, and the ground itself trembles. Here, the invisible force of fission becomes visible motion. Out of turbines, into copper coils, into the grid, electricity floods the veins of a nation. Lights blaze, machines hum, cities breathe. Yet turbines are fragile giants. Without cooling, metal twists, pressure builds, explosions loom. The energy is real, but only if the system holds. And that brings us to the most critical part, safety. If you stop here, you will never see the towers that prove whether this fire has truly been tamed. Il est pourquoi un tweed. Look at the cooling towers. Concrete hyperboloids taller than cathedrals, exhaling clouds into the sky. Inside, rivers of water strip heat away, carrying it safely into the air. Without this, turbines would melt, reactors would run wild.
Auxiliary 2.
But nuclear engineers trust nothing to chance. Every plant has layers of redundancy. Backup pumps, backup generators, backups for the backups. Because here, failure is unthinkable. And yet, history whispers warnings. Chernobyl, where safety was ignored.
Check your air supply.
Fukushima, where waves drowned the defenses. Every plume of white steam you see is not smoke, but proof of balance, fire controlled, danger contained. Still, the question lingers, can such a machine stay safe for decades? Through storms? Through human error? To answer, you must stay until the very end. Because the plant's true power is revealed only when its light touches the world. And now, the process is complete. From foundations buried in earth to domes of concrete and steel, to uranium rods and turbines of thunder, this machine stands alive. For decades it will hum, silent but ceaseless, powering nations. To believers, it is progress, a miracle of energy. To skeptics, it is risk, a gamble with time. But none can deny, nuclear power plants are humanity's boldest attempt to master the atom. When you see cities glow at night, remember, inside, those lights is the fire of the stars, trapped and chained by human hands. From concrete and uranium, we have forged the heartbeat of nations. But this is only half the story, because some reactors do not sit on land. They sail beneath the oceans, hidden in steel submarines, carrying nuclear fire into the deep. That is our next journey. Stay with us, and you will see the world's most silent, most dangerous reactors revealed.